Did you want us to do a teaser freezer today
Yes, sirs.
for major film?
Big film coming out.
This could be big for us. The bigger the movie we do a teaser freezer for, the more heat we get.
Well, it's more clicks. It's more clicks.
This one, Fast X.
Fast X. It's a fast movie for Generation X. Slackers.
Mm-hmm.
Get your tickets.
Here it is. First shot is a house.
Imagine how many. So let's start from the beginning. Think of all the keys that you'd have to hit on the keyboard or what. You basically have to jump on the piano to play that first note. Will you go back to the beginning? This is me belly flopping onto a piano. It's the only way I know how to create this sound. Well, it got quieter.
I know that this road has been very hard.
There's a lady, she's talking to everyone at around the table.
The lady.
Is she the mama? Is she Dom's mom?
I don't have time. First of all, it's not my job to educate you.
Mom Toretto.
Ooh. Mom Toretto talking
Just
to everyone at the table.
Screen legend. Screen, the big and small screen. But again, not my job, not my responsibility to educate you. In fact, you work for me, so.
And yet here you are, building this magnificent family.
What's going on in that head of yours?
Shouldn't his name tag on his work shirt says Toretto? Shouldn't it say Dom?
Yep.
Yeah,
What if you
especially
ever-
because other Torettos work at the same garage.
It's kind of famously a family business, shouldn't it?
God,
A
it must
work
be
shirt.
so confusing because of all the shirts say Toretto. Man, it's a nightmare sorting that laundry.
Oh, wow. He looks at all his old trophies, including one that says first place 2021 cup.
Wow. And it's a pretty small trophy, too. It sucks.
It's very small. And,
'Cause he
well,
doesn't
luckily,
need-
that shelf was built specifically to contain that tiny trophy.
A bigger trophy would not have fit on the shelf. And so, because it's a pretty short shelf. And I think that it's kind of cool how modest it is, you know, that like Dom doesn't need some big, crazy, fancy trophy to show off. It's just the fact that he did win. It's a symbol. That's all it is. They're only symbols.
I got first place 2021 cup.
The 2021 cup.
He said, Dad, they're not afraid of anything. But I am. I'm afraid of losing someone I love.
Happened to him. It happens to him every few days.
I would be very afraid of losing someone I love if I were Dom Toretto because it's the most frequent occurrence.
Universal.
You better believe
Dominic
it.
Toretto, you're about to learn all about fear. Boom.
Boom.
You know, I think we may have been overly critical of him saying I'm afraid of losing someone I love when it happens so much because I was going to make a joke where I was like, that would be like me saying, I'm afraid of getting my podcast criticized.
But actually,
But in
it's very
fact, I
scary
am
when that
afraid of
happens.
that. And
Yeah.
it does happen a lot.
Every time it happens, it makes my heart beat very hard.
Yes, it does scare me.
Who's this actor?
Aquaman. Aquaman, for the listener, was riding up next to a car on a motorcycle. He was on a motorcycle, and he took a sticky, bouncy grenade, bounced it on the ground. It stuck to the under of the car, and car exploded.
And explodes.
You built such a beautiful life, filled with love and family. I never got that chance. You stole that from me. My
He was
future.
in that. Oh, was he? Wait a second. I forget this part. He was in that earlier movie. And now he's back. That safe that they took in Brazil. That was
Jason Momoa.
That was
own it?
his property,
And
and
gosh,
they
I don't
stole
remember
it from
being
him.
a part of that. In Fast 5. This is from Fast 5, right? When
Yeah,
they stole the safe and they're dragging it with the chains and the fast cars, and the safe is like going across the bridge. I don't know. I guess if you saw him, I believe you.
I just saw him right 1 second ago. Jason Momoa, man.
Gracious me. Okay.
Keep
Here's
telling
my
me about this movie.
My family.
Oh, hold up.
And now
What I like about these movies is when they're like,
Move this. Faster
like,
car pulls up outside.
check this
That
out.
car! You have to get in this car now!
Get out of
Get
that car.
in!
This car is the fast car. Oh, but I was going fast. Not this fast.
I don't have a good jump! Yes, you do! I promise! Okay!
Hold on tight. I'm about to do a big jump.
And then splash in the water.
I'm gonna break yours. Piece by piece.
We're seeing a bunch of explosions now.
He did a knife, mean thing with a knife. Then
licked
now
it.
he's
He licked the
holding
blood
his arms
off.
up like he's. It's important to know Aquaman is happy of the explosions. He almost maybe was planning them. Okay, so that's how sick this guy is.
He fell in the water, and they thought that was actually going to be enough to defeat him. Did you know that his name actually means water man?
Somebody.
That's what the translation of
failed
that
Latin.
name means. It means water man.
It's Latin for water guy.
It's Latino for water guy.
Let's ride.
He's coming for you with everything.
I know this song.
What's the plan, Dom? I'm not sure anymore.
Captain
John
Marvel.
Cena.
One of us might not.
Cars are for the listener. Cars are racing all over the world.
What I like about this remix, if we could, is that they eliminated the part where they're saying "get high," because
I
that's
didn't
not
even-
what we're doing.
Yeah, that's right.
We are let's riding.
Yes.
We are let's riding. Sometimes the cars get
Now
high
the
when they
song
do a
just
big
says,
jump,
"Let's
but for
ride,
the most
let's ride."
part,
Yeah.
let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, and then we just got in the track. We're like,
Nobody will be
Let's,
getting high in this movie.
let's not get high. You know, ultimately the movie's about family at the end of the day. So let's ride.
But we have to fight.
Shooting and punches. John Cena throws someone through multiple floors of a house.
Never accept death when suffering is owed.
Cool.
Now there's a big metal ball going down the street and everyone's
It's actually
driving
my
away.
favorite thing to say. But
Scary thing to say, but Hayes has said it before.
yeah, that's. I actually think it's cool that more people are getting on board with this idea.
Yeah,
I've been kind
it
of
took a while to catch on, and I remember being, I'll admit it, I'll issue an apology. I doubted whether that would become a popular.
Doesn't seem that
attitude.
applicable. Yeah.
I didn't think it was
I
going to
heard
come
that
up
a
much
lot.
for people.
Now it's in one of the biggest movies of all time.
Never accept death when suffering is owed. I didn't hate it, but I didn't know why
Lots
it
of
was
people
like
do hate
gonna
it.
come up a lot. No, I know, but I was negative about it. I didn't get on board, and now it's in this huge movie. Aquaman saying it. John Cena is
John Cena.
is in there. John
Cena. Seen
John C-
enough.
John Cena at the movies. Yeah, so I
When
think
you're
they
in
cut
these
out a
movies-
line, and I think they cut out another line, which was straight up, "We smoke angel dust," and again, that was probably tied to the getting high portion of the
Nobody
song.
will be smoking angel dust in this
I
movie.
think it was wise for them to excise that from the lyrics.
Being in this movie in this franchise, I think, makes you just huger.
Yeah,
Not stronger even necessarily, or like not even more muscular, really, just huger.
Huger. You're huger. This is Jack Reacher, right? I think this is Alan Ritchson.
And already, one of the
coming in for a cup of coffee. One of the hugest guys out there.
But look how big he is.
And they were like,
now.
do you mind if we hugify you?
Jason
And he was
Momoa.
like,
Go back just a couple frames. Jason Momoa was already like such a gigantic guy. But now he is absolutely. Look, he's huger.
Look at how much huger he got. And it's something about the way they style him as well. Like
Yes!
the shirt suggests to me that the body inside the shirt, like you can see a lot of body always, but the part of the body you can't see, something about the way the shirts hang implies that there's more body there than one would believe is normal.
Yes.
If they get hugified.
It's a setup.
He's trying to tear us apart.
Winning used to be
Now they're about to do a big race.
a winning.
I love that. I think that is so savvy for them to do in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Dame Helen Mirren.
I love that choice. I think. I mean,
I love that they got back to just old-fashioned street racing.
yes.
Me too.
After all, they went to space. They've been jumped through buildings and all these amazing things. And then it's like, where do we go from here? Well, what's it really about?
And now they can start over.
The 2021 Cup.
I'm going to scoot up like a minute just so you guys can watch this cool part.
Do you think that Dom winning the 2021 Cup has a little asterisk next to it because it was a COVID year?
Okay, so Dom in his car, and he's gearing up, and there's a helicopter, there's a big plane, and he came out of the plane and straight onto the highway. Now he's driving. But watch this.
Break my family.
2 helicopters come, shoot little ropes, and lift him out of the air. And Dom says, "No, I'm not having that." And then
So he managed to do something in the air while his car was just being suspended by 2 helicopters to smash the helicopters together.
that's right.
Yeah, and we obviously are not seeing the full sequence here.
Yeah.
But if you're a really good driver, which I think we've established Dom is, I mean, he won first place in the 2021 Cup. I know some people say it shouldn't count, but if you're a really good driver when your car is floating off the road, suspended between 2 helicopters, even though you have no traction from your tires, even though you would think all movement of the car is basically just at the whim of what the helicopters do, you've got a steering wheel. You're huge, so your weight itself will shift sort of the motion of the car a little bit. And I think he's got nitrous boosters on that thing.
NOS. He's got NOS.
So you can't actually explode the helicopters.
Everyone who looks at that and says, "But what can a car do to cause that to happen?" Tell me you don't know how to drive stick without telling me you don't know how to drive stick.
Thank you. Yeah, he read the
That
manual.
happens to me. I go
Downshift,
yes.
upshift again. Work the clutch. There was a period of my life where it was like the coolest thing was people who had like quads and go-karts and stuff. And there was this one friend of mine in the neighborhood who, and I didn't know anything about cars, but I believe he also didn't know anything about like cars and vehicles. But his thing he would say if he saw somebody like flexing with a new ride is he would go, "Oh, sick. You got a clutch on that thing?
That rocks.
Is there a clutch on that? Is the other pedal a part of what we're doing here? Not the 2 main pedals, but the third pedal that sometimes comes into play."
That thing got a glove compartment?
Oh, bitchin'. The horn beeps or what? Damn.
Well, we have about 1 minute left, and I have the perfect outro.
Bye.